electronic game of the future.
The Average Gamer Podcast is starting now.
What are you talking about, Shane?
Leave it.
We're live now, Shane.
Shane?
Oh, now I can talk?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I got this dumb, unhealthy snack. And it says waffle cut.
Yeah, I've had them. They're good.
Yeah, but then
Yes.
when you look at them, they're exactly the same.
Ruffles.
They're potato chips with little teeny holes in them. That's all they are.
They're ruffles with holes.
Yeah, it's like the Chick-fil-A ruffle
It's a
cut.
way of making ruffles without making ruffles, Shane.
Well, it makes me want sour cream dip.
Put that on your label.
Alright, speaking of food,
Oh.
I did this startup weekend competition this weekend.
Did
And,
you
uh,
Did you win?
No.
You came in last.
I didn't pitch an idea or anything.
Yes,
I'll explain the process, but I'll speak to the food first. So anyways, it was sponsored by Kind Bars. They make like these bars, like little nutritious bars.
Oh, okay.
And they said,
Any good?
yeah, they're delicious.
Okay.
Sponsored by. And so anyways, they were like, oh, everybody can take as many as you want, like take a few, whatever, just, help yourself.
You or take as many as you want.
What?
Those are two different things.
They said both. They were I get, but like how Americans generalize, they're just like, oh, take a few, whatever, however many you want. And so all I heard was however many you want. So I had my book bag and I filled it up, and the amount I took is enough to cover an entire table.
Are those organized by flavor?
They are organized by flavor.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What kind of flavors are there?
Okay, there's almond coconut, dark chocolate
sounds
cinnamon
gross.
pecan, peanut butter dark chocolate plus protein, dark chocolate nuts and sea salt, cranberry almond, and maple pumpkin seeds.
Ew.
Maple pumpkin seeds. I
Yep.
might like that.
So 6 flavors.
Well, they're sold everywhere Starbucks is.
Really? Is that their shtick? Because they're kind?
So
Next
the
one.
competition was weird because the ideas being pitched, a lot of them were really weak.
So why didn't you pitch and win?
Because I already have something I'm working on. I didn't want to have like a new business to start up. Because like the winner gets like money to start it, and then they also get like office space and stuff.
Then why'd you
David,
go?
David was too good for the competition.
Too good for the
It
competition.
was too good
No,
for it.
I went because I wanted to like network and stuff, and plus like what it ended up being beneficial to me in the way that so it cost $100 to enter, but by entering, yeah I know, but by entering you would get $100 in AWS credit, which I already spend every month for my site, like the hosting through Amazon Web Services.
Oh, Amazon Web. Okay.
Yeah, so I already spend $100 a month anyway on that. So I was like, okay, by going, I'm basically going for free because I'm spending that much anyway. And then on top of that, you would get free food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 3 days.
So you sold yourself.
So I basically was like, if I go, I get to meet people, and I get to drink free beer and eat a lot of food for 3 days.
How do you spend that much money on hosting every month?
Because there's a lot of data
For
on my
his
site.
caliber stuff, it's a lot of data.
Andy, I'm hosting information on every single song being listened to by every single person on like every
Why?
single
I
streaming
thought you were just
service.
pulling it from some. I thought you were pulling it from a different thing. I didn't know you were actually physically hosting it.
Yeah.
What's
Well,
the
that's how I
benefit?
can, because I can make my own maps off of it that way.
You can't just like pull the data and make the maps off the data like on the fly.
Oh my gosh,
No.
no, this is boring. This just needs to be edited out of our podcast.
I'll edit this out.
The boring alarm.
I'll edit this out. But some of the great ideas pitched at this competition included stuff like these are real names too. Pornify, and it said it was Spotify for porn.
That doesn't make
That's a
any
good
sense.
idea.
No. Okay, explain to me how that's different than anything ever.
He was pitching it as like you'd be able to make playlists and like you can follow your friends and like make playlists or whatever. And like you could like
I
share
don't want to
to
see what
Facebook.
Shane's watching.
That's a private activity.
And they were like, you can like share to Facebook and stuff, and like share
Ugh.
like the best content. And then he was like also saying that he would have like a way of doing it so that like even amateur pornographers can like upload their own stuff and make money off ads and stuff. He was basically gonna be like YouTube but for porn. Like you could
There's
just like
literally
upload your own
1,000
content.
sites
There's
like that.
I don't understand how that's different from anything else that exists on the internet.
It's not, dude.
Was it like a young programmer or like a creepy old man?
It was like a young like weird. It was this guy in like short shorts. Like they were kind of short. He had this Hawaiian shirt on, and and he was like this designer, like UX designer, and he's like, I have all the designs. He's like, it's gonna look really fucking good. He's like, I just need a developer. And I was like, okay, bro. And then some other lady came up with Facebook for dogs.
That's brilliant.
That was so original, right?
That's brilliant.
And just like that's like the caliber of the ideas that were being pitched. They were just very like, let me take an existing business
Wait,
and
what
then
was
put a
wait,
new
tell me
shitty
the
word
one
on
that-
it.
Tell me the one that won.
The one that won was gamifying financial education, which is also being attempted by like a million people as
Yeah,
well.
that's
but,
that's the big thing.
But like the way they did it was actually like their little they actually had a game after the 3 days, and it worked well, and it was kind of like, okay, like I get it, like I see why like they won.
Like,
Yeah.
Move the little man into your 401k.
It was like the game was like basically like Grand Theft Auto, but like if you were, instead of stealing a car, you would go to the car place and you would like get a car, and like they would show you the APR rates and shit.
Stupid.
What?
And then
Anyways,
basically like
welcome
yep.
to the Average Gamer Podcast.
I'm David.
Oh, I'm Chris.
Everything's
Chris.
frozen.
Oh, we got him.
You guys screwed up every time. This is why our listeners are like,
How would you do it? How would you do it? How would you do it?
no. I would say my actual name. I said David, but then Andy went Quiz, and then Shane, instead of saying his name, went Frozen.
Shane's
We just know what we're doing, man.
Inconsistent.
All right, I'll
No,
do the video game stuff first, then we
Because we mess it up every time, it is consistent. It's-
Chris is trying to talk.
Okay.
Okay,
I don't
first,
want to eat dumb things anymore, but I can't stop eating them.
I know that's the Cape Codders for you.
All right, go
Uh,
ahead.
Is that a sentence?
PlayStation 4 has sold over 7 million units.
I bought one.
PlayStation 4 software sells over 20 million units, so that's good. You know, that's averaging about 3 games per person. I don't know if that actually includes like PlayStation Plus or what. You know,
I have literally 3 games. I am the
Decent.
average gamer.
you're the average gamer. Oh man, so that's good. You know, PlayStation 4 is doing quite well right now.
Oh yeah.
You know, so that's hot. Right on to it. Another Sony business thing. Sony is now officially selling all its shares in Square Enix. So, Square Enix, of course, Final Fantasy developer. So, David, I'm sure you know that.
I love Final Fantasy.
I love Final Fantasy.
There's a new one
More
coming
content
out at
later.
E3. It's being announced, and they're also announcing the new Kingdom Hearts 3 from also Square Enix.
It's been
Anyways.
announced.
No,
Yeah,
but like
it's-
the release date.
Oh.
Fucking Kingdom Hearts people are the scariest people. Like you can go on a bus and you can look at all the girls on the bus and you know which one plays Kingdom Hearts. And you don't
I
want
like
to
Kingdom Hearts, dude. I'm like obsessed with Kingdom Hearts.
What does that mean?
Oh, you know what it means.
No, what's a Kingdom Hearts girl?
Oh my god. Google Kingdom Hearts girl. Let's see what it shows up.
Okay.
Okay.
Google your name, the hedgehog.
Hearts girl. I just see a bunch of girls that in the video game.
Shane, come on, man. Step up
Yeah,
your
yeah,
game.
I guess if you Google that, it's a bunch of animated like cartoons. But
And then there's some like porn star type chick who just looks like a normal porn star type chick.
but you know what I mean. Like
Here you
picture
go.
the
Guys,
girl.
click. That's a Kingdom Hearts girl for you.
No, that's not a Kingdom Hearts girl.
That's Kingdom
Okay.
Hearts girl for you.
Technically,
That's a Kingdom Hearts girl. She has a
Wait,
cute
I'm
little
gonna start
monster.
playing more.
That's it. Here you go.
That's what they want you to
Okay.
think.
Okay, here's a decent one. That's the other one that came up.
Yes, that's a Kingdom Hearts girl.
That's a Kingdom Hearts girl.
That is with like stupid tattoos. And like some color, some like either blue or purple streak down her hair.
Oh, check out this cosplay.
Not to be confused with Hunger Game girls, then.
What
Check
are
out that
Hunger
girl.
Game girls?
Hunger Game girls come in all shapes and sizes,
That's a quote.
especially sizes.
Especially.
I'm getting that tattooed on my arm, Shane. Hunger Game girls come in all shapes and sizes.
Anyway, Sony has owned around 9.5 million Square Enix shares for almost a decade.
Nice.
They were the third largest shareholder, but they're selling them off to some, firm group. Of course, the big thing is Sony has quite a history with them because Square only made Final Fantasy for the Nintendo consoles until the Nintendo 64 PlayStation era when they jumped ship because PlayStation was way more powerful and could do what they needed to do. So, ever since then, they were quite exclusive to just Sony platforms until finally they jumped ship recently. I believe it was until Final Fantasy 13 they actually went over to 360.
Yes.
So I don't know the reasoning behind the sale or anything, but you'd assume it's got something to do with that. And plus, Sony's kind of struggling. Last of Us news. First of all, retailers kind of accidentally revealed the release date for the PlayStation 4 version of The Last of Us.
Typical.
Not just one retailer, GameSpot, Target, Best Buy, and GameFly all
When?
have revealed. It is now
How do they all fuck it up?
June 20th.
Well, because one fucked it up, so the rest of them had to.
June 20th. They might have told them and said it was okay, but it wasn't like Sony made a formal announcement. It was just suddenly like on all these sites it had the release date.
Nice.
June 20th, Shane. You should get on that.
Wait,
I gotta get on
so
that.
we're gonna all buy it again, right?
No.
This is the discussion I wanted to have. What
No.
what should we do? Should we buy it again?
I say
I
yes.
already own the game.
Yeah, but I would say yes just so we can do online with Shane.
It would be really funny.
I am worth it.
I'm so
Shane
mad.
is worth it.
What are you mad about?
Like this shit wouldn't stand. Because you're too young, Andy. Like your generation
I'm
doesn't
too
understand.
young?
Like I owned when I had a PlayStation 1 and I bought the PlayStation 1 discs. They worked on my PlayStation 2. They even worked on my PlayStation 3. But like, why now is it that I have to buy the same game? So I got it's stupid.
It's remastered, man.
It was already in HD. What do you mean it's H
You get
remastered?
particles, man. You get
Oh
more
my gosh.
particles, man.
Yeah, you get particles and hair.
Why can't I buy the digital version, right, and then just have it be for all platforms? Why does it have to be like, now this platform, now we're going to add a 4 to the console, and now I have to buy a whole new game? Like, no. I refuse.
Okay.
Bollocks. Shane, you're
We
fucking
should have
cringing.
Shane buy it, let Shane beat it, and then we'll discuss. If Shane actually enjoys the multiplayer, then maybe we'll talk.
All right.
But considering
It's
a
hard.
Sony-
It's hard to enjoy the multiplayer without your bros.
I know, but like maybe Shane ends up hating the game for some dumb reason.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Shame.
considering the fact that it's also like published by Sony, there's always a chance that maybe this will get pushed on the PlayStation Plus. I doubt it because it's such a hot game. But speaking of The Last of Us, new DLC has been announced.
Oh
I
yeah.
believe it's to be the final DLC. I think that's up for debate. Obviously, there's only going to be one single-player focused DLC, and that already came out in the form of Left Behind, which we never did a spoiler cast for. But that's
Should
besides
have.
that. All the DLC gets packaged with the remastered version, the pinnacle version of The Last of Us, if I say so myself. Right, David?
Yes.
Anyways, this new DLC, which you can purchase, one of the main things is it has a much harder difficulty mode called Grounded, which basically makes it impossible if it wasn't already impossible on the hardest difficulty. Didn't you play it on the hardest difficulty, Andy? Like Survivor or something?
No, I did the. I mean, I played it on hard, not the one where the sneak didn't work.
Yeah, so I don't even. It's supposedly even harder than the one that like they completely go crazy
It's
on.
one of those games you have to sneak around everywhere. You can't shoot
No.
anyone.
No.
Okay, good.
No.
Cute.
It's not Metal Gear Solid.
Yes, I hate Metal Gear Solid. It's so boring.
I like it. I just don't do stealth anything. I just attack everybody. So it goes. Choo, choo.
Good, because you have to, like, I hate when you have to, like, fucking, like, crouch around for, like, 30 hours. Like, I'm wasting my life.
He's wasting his life. Shane doesn't waste his life. He has no tolerance for
I
wasting
already
time.
forgot how the DLC for Last of Us ended. Man, my memory's bad.
I remember. I rushed to finish it so we could spoiler cast, and then it never happened.
And we never spoiler cast, even though spoiler cast is for the first game was like our most popular video.
We find out how we know Ellie's immune.
Guys, don't tell me that Ellie's immune.
Oh my gosh, it's like literally the first thing you learn.
Guys. Anyways,
Yeah,
more info on the
guys.
grounded mode. The AI is, quote, relentless, smart, and brutal, and survival is near impossible. So if you enjoy that, you can buy that for $5. Also, there's 4 new maps coming out, you know, standard map pack, $10 or whatever, and also a weapons pack, but whatever. You know what I mean?
Man, that online mode was like the most fun I've had in a
I
while.
know, multiplayer game.
So, that's what I'm saying. Rebuying it just for the online mode is almost worth it.
Okay, Benja, then tell me this, okay? We buy this
Benja.
DLC grounded nonsense,
What is a
right?
Benja
We're not
Benja?
buying that.
From Gullah Gullah Island.
I
Okay,
don't
so
know what
we
Gullah Gullah Island is.
we'll look up what Benja Benja is.
I'm not
Anyways.
gonna do that.
So we buy the grounded DLC for PS3, and then we're gonna have to rebuy it again, like all components.
We haven't
of
bought
rebuy
any
game.
of the DLC.
We haven't
idiot.
paid for anything yet.
What are you talking about? I paid for the
Yeah.
DLC.
Yeah, but listen, Chris just said when you buy it, it comes with all the DLC.
So in theory, you might actually save money by buying it for PS4 because you get all the DLC pack.
Oh, Snapple.
Snap will go wicked.
Those are the worst.
Quick PlayStation Plus update. Mickey Mouse's The Castle of Illusion HD version will be free on April 15th. That was yesterday.
Guess who's not
Um,
gonna download that?
Those
That's
are good.
for your PlayStation
you.
3.
Guess who plays Mickey Mouse's Castle of Illusion? The same kinds of girls on the bus who played the other game.
Kingdom Hearts is so good, Shane. Stop shitting on it. It's so
Girls
good.
on the bus play Kingdom Hearts.
It's if you mixed WoW, which is your favorite game, with with Final Fantasy.
It is not even close to what it's like.
Yes,
No, it's not.
because you're grinding for like materials and XP, but you don't have to do like the breakout scenes.
What's
The
a
best of both
breakout scene?
worlds.
What's a break?
Well, on Final Fantasy, when you're walking out, it like shatters the screen, then you go into like this whole little battle menu.
So where's World of Warcraft come and play?
Because in
you
World of
have-
Warcraft,
because
it
there's
doesn't do the
experience points.
thing.
Whatever, dude. Yeah, Final Fantasy doesn't have experience points in general.
Yes, it does.
That was the joke, you fuck.
As Gil.
That was the joke. Listen, releases this week. You ready? The big
No.
one, Final Fantasy XIV: The Realm Reborn, the MMO, has officially relaunched and purchasable on PlayStation Izzo. Looks like Shane dropped out, but whatever. Now he's back. PlayStation 4, you can purchase that if you want to get into that. Supposedly, somehow they actually made that game good. So, if you didn't know the history behind this, game launched like a year ago or so and was complete trash to the point that they basically stopped it and rebuilt it. What are you doing?
Why is she frozen like that?
Is that a conversation of Shane?
now he's a fucking image. Everyone's dropping out.
He's been gone for a while.
No, you turned into an image. Whatever. Also, the new FIFA game has come out, and Trials Fusion, the next game in the Trials series.
Is Trials for PS4?
Yes, sir.
I could get on that.
Could get on it. Re-invite Shane if you haven't already, David, because you know he's incompetent.
I think he's frozen. He's not here.
No, I'm pretty sure he lost connection.
Oh.
He's
Okay,
definitely
right.
like not here. He's just frozen. Frozen. We're about to get into the whatchamacallit, TV news. That's Shane's favorite part.
Wait, TV news. Hold on. I was thinking of something right before that.
I don't.
Oh, yeah,
if
Jason
we're gonna
Derulo.
talk about Game of Thrones and the fact that David doesn't watch it, I have to leave because I can't do that anymore.
We're not going to talk about Game of Thrones, even though Sunday was very good, and we can't spoil anything.
Oh, I'm fine talking about it. I just can't talk about the fact that David won't watch it.
So, David, why don't
Andy,
you watch it?
Because I don't have
No,
HBO.
I can't listen to this. I actually cannot listen to it anymore.
Because I don't have HBO Go.
I'll give you my. You can first off. You have the internet, so it's not an excuse. And
Yeah,
then
but the quality is so shitty. I tried doing the first episode without HBO Go, and it was like, oh my lord, the dickens.
download a better quality.
It's too much work. Too much work.
Second, I'll give you my HBO Go account information.
Yes, the CEO said it was okay.
So
I'll get it after the
Have
show
no
because I don't want all the viewers to get it.
Wait, so your only thing against Game of Thrones? I thought you had this whole spiel about why you hated Game of Thrones without ever watching it.
Well, fantasy,
Because
I'll give it a try. If it's
fantasy
convenient enough,
and-
I'll give it a try.
Harry
it's
Potter meets
convenient.
Lord of the Rings.
David only likes fantasy if it's convenient for him.
Yeah, and then
The
I'll watch
reason you won't
Entourage
watch
after
True
that.
He won't watch True Detective because it's about cowboys.
Speaking
Wait,
of
I'll-
True Detective has officially been announced as HBO's most watched freshman series ever, meaning it
Oh.
has the best first season of any HBO show of all time.
I'm surprised it beat out Game of Thrones.
It beat out Game of Thrones with a total average of 11.9 million viewers per
Crazy.
episode.
Crazy.
You know what other show gets that many views?
Hello.
Survivor.
Hey, hold up, we'll get to that.
I'm on my phone.
What happened?
You know what happened? You're gonna think I'm making this up.
What?
I was trying to watch. I was trying to watch a paparazzi video of Todd Chrisley.
I hate you.
And it broke your computer?
And my computer froze.
That's what you get, Shane.
You're the worst. Shane, we were just
Sorry.
talking, we're done with the video game news.
Oh no.
We're getting into the TV news and the fact that it was announced that True Detective is officially HBO's most watched freshman series ever. So it had
I know, even more than 6 feet under.
Yeah, that's what the original record holder was 6 feet under.
Is that show that good?
11.9 million viewers per episode on average, which is quite impressive.
But I still think it's funny because 6 feet under still technically wins because they factored because like they didn't have that shit back then where you could rewatch it whenever the hell you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. I guess, but True Detective's better.
No, it doesn't make any sense to put it that way, Shane. We talked about this about the Survivor thing.
No, but I'm talking about like.
Well, no, I'm
the
saying
HBO
like
Go part, and,
each year
they factored
there's
in
like
all those
less viewers
numbers.
of anything.
That's not what I'm saying.
That isn't what he's saying.
Well, I'm saying if they beat the record before, like whatever, 5 years ago with 13 million views, it's probably because back then that's how many people used to watch those kinds of shows.
That's not what I'm saying.
I know that's not what you're saying, but I'm explaining to you what the right way of saying it is.
No.
He got you there.
He got me there. He said no.
Anyways, so that series, David, the fact you don't watch it, that's the real travesty, not...
No,
6 feet
Game of
under?
Thrones is still better.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I thought you
Hold
guys
on.
loved Entourage.
I like Entourage.
No one loves Entourage.
I like
No
it.
one loves Entourage.
No.
I started watching and then I stopped at the Aquaman season.
I
Wasn't-
didn't love it. I liked it. It was serviceable. Like
Wasn't Aquaman like the first season?
I
No.
think so, yeah.
it wasn't
Wait,
as good as Sopranos.
What about Curb Your Enthusiasm? Was that HBO?
I don't
Yeah.
like the view of me when I'm holding my phone.
Wait, how is Curb Your Enthusiasm not the most watched show?
He said freshman season.
Oh,
Freshman season. That's the
Freshman
best
season.
first season. So obviously, like Game of Thrones may pull in more viewers now, but currently, for their first season comparison-wise, True Detective beat it.
Yeah, but that's why I think it's weird because 6 Feet Under came out like in like 2000. So like literally people had like 11 million people in 2000 had to sit at their TVs at 9 o'clock and watch HBO, which I think is a lot of people.
There you go.
Yeah.
is that show any good though?
What show? 6 Feet
6 Feet
Under? I think when it first started, people enjoyed it, but
Isn't it just Dexter but with Graves?
Yep. That's exactly what it is.
That's it, dude.
How do I?
Yeah. If you didn't know, everyone, Dexter, the whole environment of Dexter, they don't have graves.
Well, they don't-
Dexter's
they don't
universe doesn't have graves.
I
They
thought,
don't,
I thought
they
Dexter,
dump them in the
Dexter
water.
was in 6 Feet Under. The main
Well,
character.
see, David, what happened was
Dexter isn't
6 Feet Under went for like 8 seasons.
Shane.
6 Feet
I don't
Under went
like
for like
this.
6 Feet Under went for like 8 seasons.
Where's the camera?
Everyone complained about the high amount of graves in the show. So they're like, we want 6 more seasons of this, but without the graves.
And we want
So
Michael
they
C. Hall to be a
jumped
different
over-
character.
Yeah.
So it's like Firefly, because there's so many people who love Firefly, but then they made Doctor Who.
Wait, was
That is like the most uninformed thing you've ever said.
Well, Firefly
What?
only had 1 season on Fox, but people love that show.
6 Feet Under on whatchamacallit, on HBO?
I thought it was
Yes.
show. Okay.
So that's the other thing. They're like, also we prefer Dexter to be on Showtime. You know.
What
Yes.
about Weeds?
Do you watch Hannibal?
Yes, it's like the best show currently running.
I can't get into Hannibal after watching True Detective. It just seems like a shitty True Detective. Because I watched True Detective first, and now I'm working through the first season
I
of Hannibal,
guess I could
and it's
see
just like
to
a
say it's a
boring-
shitty True Detective.
it is.
Yeah, but
Absolutely.
Hannibal's in modern times.
Oh my God, David!
There's
I'm
no
done-
cowboys.
I can't.
There's no cowboys.
Like, True Detectives just must be just so boring. It's like, oh, stick him up. I have a gun, and you don't have
Listen,
a gun because
more
back then,
TV
like,
news. More
yeah.
TV.
My favorite scene in True Detective was when Marty hit Rust with the lasso,
Yeah.
and then hog-tied him.
Marty
And
McFly. Yes,
threw
I
him in
saw
front of
that.
a
I saw
train.
that. I saw that movie. Back to the Future 2, and they go back to Western times. That was actually the worst Back to the Future movie because
Because
they were.
there's graves. 'Cause there's
That's
graves.
actually what's True Detective is a spin-off of Back to the Future 3.
Wait, which is the one with the Western feel?
Back to the Future 3.
Yeah, that
Do
was
you
the
guys
worst
remember?
one. That
Do
was
you
the
guys
worst
remember
one.
that movie Paycheck, where Ben Affleck has to go like into the future and meet Uma Thurman, the plant lady?
Yeah, I saw that in theaters.
Why are you thinking of that?
Because so somehow I got to the Wikipedia page, but I don't know how.
This is what Shane does during the podcast.
Oh, because Michael C. Hall was like a random agent or something in that movie.
All
That's
right.
what I got there.
Classic.
Anyways, more TV news. Shane, you'll want to listen up on this. Damien Lindelof, as you know, is the guy behind Lost. One of the main guys behind Lost.
Ooh,
Okay.
I love Lost.
So he's got a new show coming out on HBO.
Remember what happened when the last guy from behind Lost made 18 new shows?
Yeah.
Wait,
J.J.
what
Abrams,
show?
or are you talking about Carlson?
Who's Damien Lindelof? How you spell that word? I'm looking it up.
Damien Lindelof.
Shane, Google will correct you.
L-O-F.
Found him.
Damien Lindelof.
Wait,
Anyways.
so what show?
Are you talking about J.J. Abrams, or is that who you're bashing? Shane?
What?
He's gone.
Is that who you're bashing? J.J. Abrams?
He's
Yeah.
not even paying attention. He just said his
Okay,
phone
Damon
down.
Lindelof was one of the head lost people.
I
but
know he
anyways,
was the one who we went when we sat in the movie theater. He was the one who was
yeah,
talking
when we went
to
to the
us.
live event. That was fun. He has a new show coming out on HBO entitled The Leftovers. But it's
Is it
actually
about
kind of
Milo?
no, it's actually kind of interesting. What happens is literally out of the blue, 140 million people just vanish from Earth with no explanation.
Jesus.
And no one knows if it's the rapture or what the hell happened. And there's no explanation. Everything else is kind of normal, but 140 million people just disappear.
Well, it's based on Tom Perrotta's novel of the same name, so we can figure it out very quickly if you want me to.
God damn it! Good. Maybe he actually will have an ending this time.
Wait, I thought this concept
No, I
already
won't look it
existed.
up.
It was like the 1,000 and like 1,000 people disappear on an alien ship and then one day they just reappear. Wasn't that a shitty show on TV? at
Yeah.
one point?
No, it was like the 4600 or something.
Yeah, that one, the 4600.
Yeah. But anyways,
Or the even
Yeah.
dumber show that's on TV now, where like they keep showing the commercial and then they're like, "My daughter disappeared at the age of 2," and then the daughter appears at the age of like 30,
or
and they're like,
resurrection.
"You're alive!" And it's
Yeah,
like,
it's either believe or resurrection.
And
resurrection.
they go,
So stupid.
ugh. Liv Tyler.
And it's got
man,
Red
she
Foreman.
annoys me.
It does have Red Foreman. He's like, "You're alive." It's like, shut up.
Anyways,
Okay, wait.
another show to watch out for is that Fargo show. Cause
I downloaded it. I haven't watched it yet.
It's been getting quite the
I
rave
mean, I
reviews.
DVR'd it.
Andy.
Again, I don't like westerns.
Oh my god, get it? I'm not doing
Okay,
that.
wait, no. Okay, is Fargo supposed to be just like the movie Fargo?
No.
No, I think it's like set in that world, and it's a limited series.
So like there's a bunch of weirdos running around.
It's
And-
Martin Freeman.
And Billy Bob Thornton's in it. So.
Martin Freeman's in it. I love Martin Freeman.
Martin.
Billy Bob Thornton.
That's what I said. Martin Freeman.
Billy
Oh,
Bob
yeah.
Thornton. Billy Bob Thornton.
Billy Bob
Okay,
Thornton.
he's all right. He's creepy.
Yeah, so that's a big one for you. Big one for you.
Oh, big one.
all
There's
right.
Huge.
What channel
Now-
is Fargo on? Like a FX? or something?
FX.
FX.
So now, like, how do I get it?
You go and Google it and torrent it.
Google and download.
We don't
Yeah,
support
you're
that.
condoning our viewers, not condoning. You know what I mean.
We don't condone technology to our viewers.
You know what I meant.
I don't
Speaking of
condone
technology.
technology.
Speaking of technology, here's your quick tech update. You ready?
Yes.
Following,
Google
you know,
Glass.
the Amazon Fire TV or whatever it's called.
Oh, I can go into my spiel about this after.
Okay, but
Can you
Amazon is reportedly launching a smartphone later this year.
Yes, so is Google.
Yeah, but Google's had launched phones.
Yeah, but Google's. You know that. Do you remember the Phone Blocks Kickstarter?
Yeah, the one that's literally impossible.
Oh, what'd you say? Because I don't think Google knows that word. So,
Okay,
anyways,
Excuse
Google's
me. I'm getting my phone is getting really hot, so I'm getting out of here. But invite me back.
Okay,
What is
David.
phone block?
David, pause for 5 fucking seconds so I can school your ass. Are you talking about like the Moto X where you can like basically plug in simple things?
Nope.
What are you talking about? Send me
Google bought the team from Phone Blocks, and they're calling
There
it
was no
Project. Yes, there was, dude. Listen to me, my friend.
There
I
was
know
some
this.
designer who didn't know shit.
No, I know this, Chris. I know, but they're calling it Project Aras, ARAS, like from
Okay.
Survivor. And look at it. Look it up. I tweeted about it today.
You guys, I'm an
Google
idiot.
revealed. And Google has a video of them actually building the phone. It's going to be revealed.
Okay, well, what I'm seeing here is
2014 or 15.
What?
The Phone
Different.
Blocks phone that Google
Okay.
is revealing.
What the hell is a
Listen.
phone blocks?
I
It's
was
like a
totally
Lego
fine.
phone.
Listen, let me have
Who would-
my
who
little
would
rant on
want
this,
that?
okay? let me have my little rant on this, okay? It's literally an engineering nightmare to do this, okay?
Yeah, but Google can do it.
I understand that Google do it, but the way the guy presented it in his thing, he was just like, you know, you just take out your power brick and put in a camera there because it's
Yeah,
wired
yeah,
all
yeah.
the same because, you know, you wire power just like a fucking camera.
Yeah.
It's just
I,
it's just
I,
little
I understand.
connectors.
I understand that
It's
the
just
guy
little
who
connectors.
the guy who designed it obviously did
Doesn't
not
know
know
shit.
this kind of stuff.
Wait,
But
so what do they do? So they
Google
they
took the
take old
idea-
electronics.
what?
They take old electronics and mix them together.
No,
No,
listen.
no, no. Don't look up the Phone Blocks one. Look up Project Aras.
I'm looking at the video
ARAS.
called Phone Blocks, and they're talking about like cameras.
No. Don't
Listen.
look at that one because that one's irrelevant. Google bought that team out, and now they're building the phone at Google called Project Aras.
Why would they buy the team? That team fucking is retarded. It
Part
was
of
one
the-
guy who
the
made a
concept.
video who didn't know how to do anything.
Yes, but what's your name? Chris. He has the dreams.
I understand. Okay, what you can do is if you rig the I/O port for each device up so they have a common connector, then sure you can play, and you have software in there that can handle like, oh, knowledge of that this is a camera or whatever, blah blah blah. But he was like, yeah, just make a bigger battery slot, and everything just works under these connectors.
Apparently, it's still going to work kind of that way though, to
Like,
crush your bubble.
Listen, what I'm watching right now makes sense because of the way they did it. Because
What are you
Well,
watching?
connectors.
What are you
Here,
watching?
I'm sending it to you. I'm sending
the
it
point
to
of
you
the
right now on the
fucking
link
system?
string.
I just bought a brand new phone for $200, and it's a brand new phone, and I don't have to build it, and I don't have to do anything to it.
Because it's
and
wasteful,
fine.
Shane. It's wasteful.
Oh, okay.
Listen, they made it David, the way I'm looking at it right now makes sense because they have predefined slots that you
Yes.
slide things into. So it's no big deal. Like here, I made this board. Okay, don't look at it. It's a little company. And we got a little slot there that we custom designed a pin out for, and we plug it into another unit, and it's pretty cool. Okay?
Yes.
That's fine. The way the Phone Blocks guy put it originally was like, check it out, you have this giant space, everything's this big, and you just plop on this
Oh,
unit.
I understand the original guy was too much of a nut job, but Google is
He's an
building the
idiot.
phone though. Yep, the
That's
modular
fine,
phone.
because they actually understand. Now this makes sense. And they just
Mm.
have the predefined places you can put things.
Yes, and I'm going to buy it.
Of course.
Okay,
you
but
would.
there's already
You're
8 million phones on the market. Why don't you just find the one that best suits your needs and go buy that?
Because, Shane, then it's going to be outdated in a year. And then the thing Google's doing with this phone is basically like, in a year, I can just say, oh, I just have to replace the camera. So I just replace the little, like,
It's a thing
camera
called
module.
it's called a modular approach to the thing. Okay, you have they tried making it with like PCs and stuff where you can just like slide in and slide out different things.
Okay, well, whatever. This isn't gonna ever appeal to me because I'm the one I had my last one with 3.5 years, so I obviously don't give a shit.
Yeah, but Shane, but okay, the problem with the iPhones and stuff is you have to wait for, like, the complete new phone. With this,
Yeah, but
all they're doing is
I
they
waited
say, like,
through 3 complete new phones because I don't care.
yeah, but with this, they would go, hey, we just revealed a camera with better whatever, and so you would just buy the camera for $20 instead of buying an entire new phone for $200 or waiting 2 years to upgrade it. You could just upgrade the camera instantly.
But it's probably gonna end up being pretty much the same because they plan all the shit out where they're gonna have to like roll out of things in a certain time, and then where you're gonna be spending the same amount anyway.
Yeah, but if you replace every part, or you could just say, I only care about the camera. I don't know. Oh,
All
you're
I'm saying
a
is
big
the original-
galoot.
The original guy that came up is a complete moron.
Yes.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, back to what I
Well-
was saying before I had to go on that rant. Amazon's launching a smartphone rumored launching later this year. You know, who knows what will be in it, who knows if it will be any good, but Amazon's making quite the push into the hardware department, trying to become basically like Google, you know?
Never gonna happen.
Now I have a Siri and I can talk to her.
Talk to her, Shane.
She can't do anything. I asked her to do practical things yesterday, like delete my email. She goes, I'm not allowed to delete your email. What the hell is your point of view?
My
And
favorite
speaking
thing
of
for
Google-
Chris and I, we tell Siri to text each other, and then we just say a bunch of random words and make weird noises and send
Lapia
them.
the Lapia.
Yeah, it's
She
called
also
Siri poems.
She also didn't like this. Okay, an app that I already owned that like it wasn't downloaded, but I already like owned it or whatever because it was like in my cloud or whatever the hell it is. So I said to Siri, go to the App Store and download this app, and she said no, I'm not allowed to download apps. I already owned the freaking app, so why can't she just download it for me?
I don't know.
Problems, man. All right, I have a little rant to do.
Oh,
Assuming
gee.
that you guys.
Can I just give you my last tech news real quick?
Oh yeah, go for it, big bud.
Okay, Google has officially bought an aerial drone company called Titan Aerospace.
Yes, so they can get internet to the world and become conquerors.
So it might be cool if they can fly drones and give internet to people. But
Chris, you can work for Google now then.
Being
it's really
selfish.
starting. Yeah, I know. I should work for them. It's quite the this whole drone thing is really quite. It's going to reach ahead because you know how like the government doesn't allow businesses basically to have drones, and there's a whole entire like issue with this and like airspace and all this stuff. It's going to finally come to a head because it seems like all these companies really want to get into it.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because they have to beat each other. So then, when they give people free internet, they make them use their services.
Yes.
And then they'll bomb them.
Yes.
Anyways, they bought them for an undisclosed amount of money, which probably a lot.
It was
No, they
100
disclosed
million.
it. They disclosed it because they outbid Facebook. It was like
$10.
19 million or billion or something.
Oh, well, when it was originally announced, I got it. said
Aren't
it
the,
was-
aren't the things like theoretical anyway? Like it's another theoretical Google thing. Like they never actually made one.
I don't
Classic
know.
Shane.
Like it just like works in theory. They bought the company to start making these things.
I don't know.
Yes.
It's like the self-driving car. Anyways, David, go on your rant. What's your rant?
All right. Have any of you been on Facebook the past week?
Yes,
Sure.
unfortunately.
Okay, unfortunately, exactly. So
Why? What happened?
I'm sure at least one of you, if not all three of you, have seen one of your dumb friends post that video about the world's toughest job. Anybody?
No.
Yeah.
Who said yes?
Me, but I didn't watch it because I didn't care.
Okay,
I
did you
did
watch
not.
it, Chris?
No.
It was an ad week or something, right? It was an ad week.
So it was an ad. It was an advertisement where basically they're advertising the world's toughest job, right? And then they have these like interviews of these real people that are actors. And so, anyways, they're like doing an interview, and the guy's like demanding. He's like, "Yeah, you must work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you must know like culinary, medicine, physician. Like you need to have like all these degrees." And like he was like making it like impossible, like the world's toughest job. And at the end of it, the real people are like, "What kind of job is this?" And then the guy's like, "Your mom. Your mom does this job every day. Mothers everywhere do this job," right? And so everybody's like, "Oh my god," and they all like start crying because it's like an advertisement. And then they're like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna call my mom right now." And then they're like, "It is the world's toughest job. You're right. You're right." And it's like,
Oh my god.
as a child of a single father who raised me, I find that ad to be extremely stupid and ignorant. As the fact that like they consider that only mothers can be these like nurturing people who like take care of kids, and not even that, like it's not the world's toughest job. You're like sitting around in your pajamas like drinking
It's
wine
literally
and
the
making
one
sure
job
like
that like I don't get it. It's literally the one job that literally like 50% of the whole entire population probably does.
that's what I'm saying.
It doesn't sound
if I
that
had the
tough.
choice,
It's literally
if I
like most of the world can do it with no problem.
listen, if my wife was making big bucks and she said, "Hey, can you stay home with the little ones?" I wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, that's the world's toughest job. I can't do that." Like no, like I'd be like, "Wait, I get to stay home. You make all the money, and then like I get to just like take care of the kids and like hang out with my kids and do cool shit." Like, are you kidding me? Come on, give me a break. Don't even bother watching it. It's so stupid, and it's offensive to anybody who was raised by anybody who wasn't a mother. And it's like I also know tons of mothers who are terrible people too.
But they're
Terrible
culinary
people.
chefs.
Oh yeah, they're culinary. They're like, you must have a degree in like medicine, and you must be like the culinary arts. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? My dad did all the cooking. My dad's a chef, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. Oh, makes me so angry. World's toughest job, my ass.
But it's Mother's Day.
Who gives a shit? Are you kidding me? Like, I understand like you respect like your mom and everything, whatever. But like, why couldn't they say like the world's toughest job being a parent? Why did it have to be specifically mothers? Like putting them in the role of like
It's for Mother's Day.
caretakers.
It's Mother's Day.
Yeah, but why not be like, oh, mom works hard at work. Like mom is like a boss. Like mom is like leading a team at work. Like why does it have to be like they have to put the same stereotype of like mom is at home like behind an apron and like cooking the dishes and everything. Like stupid.
Yeah,
Real stupid.
Shane.
It's putting
Yeah,
them in this.
Shane.
It's putting them in this little corner. Like as always, stereotyping.
Yeah, Shane.
Yeah, Shane, you're
Wait,
just
so now-
perpetuating the stereotype.
For Father's Day, are they going to be like the world's hardest working mechanic, right? And they're going to be like, you know, you on the job, you're going to have to drink beer and you're going to have to like take care of the car and you're going to have to like neglect your children. Like, is it going to be the
Totally
same shit? Like,
there.
come on.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what you
Shane.
just said.
Stereotypes.
Cereal types.
Cereal types. Captain Crunch.
So
Did
dumb.
they
It's all
like
about that Captain Crunch.
did they win anything?
What do you mean, did they win anything?
What's there to win?
The people who interviewed for the world's toughest job. Did they win like
Shane,
a
they
contest?
were actors. Even though they said they were real people, they were like, these real people are unemployed and looking for jobs. Will that not also make you mad?
No.
Yeah.
How do you know they're actors? Wait,
Somebody
I'm
pointed
so
out that-
confused.
What?
Turn on CNN. There's a Ford Mustang on top of the Empire State Building.
What?
What does that
Breaking
mean?
news. How do
A
I
drone
get to
up
this?
there.
I don't see it.
Shane, what are you
Are
talking
you
about?
sure you're not on the Onion?
Who's on
Classic.
the Onion?
Shane,
Wait.
just send us the link, you idiot.
Why is there a Mustang on top of the Empire State Building?
Where is this?
In
I
New
can't
York
watch
City,
it because I don't have cable. So.
I get where. I mean, like, can I view on the internet?
If you go to CNN.com, a little, tiny little picture of the live TV is on it.
Ford celebrates
Oh.
Mustang's 50th anniversary from on top of the Empire State
That's
Building.
so boring. I don't
Oh,
know
you
why
got-
I thought it would be anything else than that.
Well, no, I know, but how they get it there is what I'm asking.
Helicopter.
Have you not seen Man
Just
on
Google
Wire?
it. That's the beauty of
One of a
Google.
million ways. For some reason in my stupid head, I thought a car got up there that wasn't supposed to be there.
Like they went up the stairs and like
I don't know. Like,
It's like, have you seen
I'm not
Man on
having a
Wire?
I'm
Remember
not
that?
having a good day. My brain just didn't compute that very
Remember
well.
Man on Wire?
Car on
movie?
wire.
Car on wire.
David, God damn it. Ugh.
Oh, that's the worst of his
Anyway,
job, getting a car on top of the Empire State Building.
that is kind of hard without being caught. That's
But
a
wait,
tough job.
Shane, watch that ad and try not to be angry.
I don't want to watch it because I don't care.
Me neither.
It's so stupid. Because they're like, these are real people looking for real jobs and they're all unemployed and like desperate for jobs. And at the end of it, they're like, JK, your mom has this job. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, you just wasted that fucking person's time. Stupid.
They got to be on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And they
Well, yeah.
weren't actors.
You're telling me, David, if somebody sat down and did the same thing to you, you wouldn't be at least a little bit excited to be on TV?
So let's say I have somebody's interviewing me, right? I'm like, okay, shit, I need a job. Like, I'm like running out of money. And then they're like, we need you to do all this crazy stuff. And I go, okay, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
I'll
what
keep
I'm
going
saying.
through the whole interview. And then like half an hour later, they were like, by the way, your mom has this job.
Yeah, so that's why. So they probably gave them money.
I'd go like, what do you mean my mom has this job? Like, what are you talking about? And they'd go, it's a thing for YouTube. It's an advertisement. Like, call your mom, start crying. And I'd go like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you made me waste my time just now. Like, what is wrong with you? I would be so angry. I wouldn't be like, let me call my mother. Like, dumb.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sure I'm going to get some viewers out there who are going to be mad about it because I see it posted by every other person on Facebook, and I just want to delete all of them.
It wasn't on my Facebook.
You have better friends than I do, then.
I
It wasn't
purge
on
my
my
Facebook
Facebook.
like
It was on,
3
like,
times a week.
I think it was on my LinkedIn. LinkedIn people are fucking annoying. The
We're
lion.
the worst. I don't go on LinkedIn for that time.
The lion?
I have to go on it because like I'm always like I use it for work, and
Why?
like, what?
Why do you use it for work?
To find people to come speak at my conferences.
How'd your conference go? Good or bad?
It was fine.
Good. I'm proud
Listen,
of
it went really well considering Shane had one of the best chicken sandwiches on the planet.
It's true. I have another one in New York on July 16th, and then a week and a half later I have one in Vegas. But yours gonna be already. That's not when you're there, I don't think, is it?
Wait,
The end of
It
July.
is.
No, like the end of July.
no, we're
It's not
going. Wait,
June.
hold on.
We're going
Why?
like the second week of July, I think.
Oh,
Oh, right.
I'm gonna be like the 30th and 31st.
Are you sure? Oh, never mind. No, we're going like halfway through July.
Oh.
Shane, just come out.
Shane!
Shane!
I don't. I can't afford to go to Vegas.
Shane, yes, you can. What do you mean? What do you mean you can't afford it? You would just have
Yeah,
to share.
Shane.
You would just have to share a bed with Andy.
Andy.
And he would go from having his own queen bed to you sharing.
Andy. Anyways, that's your most up-to-date video game news for you.
Oh boy.
So I went with the Amazon Fire TV over the Chromecast.
Oh
Dumb.
my god.
You were like, I
David's
can't spend
about to have a
$35 on
shitstorm.
Chromecast. Oh my gosh.
Dude,
Well-
it's about to have a shitstorm.
Hang on.
How much was the Amazon thing?
Just hang on. First
Oh
off,
my
the
gosh.
Chromecast you can't hardwire.
I mean, you can't hardwire.
It has to be Wi-Fi, which is a problem in my apartment.
Ethernet. Have
Chris,
you
No,
heard
my-
of it?
help him, Chris.
My apartment is offering gigabit internet.
Oh,
fucking
that's
awesome.
great for you. I have shitty wireless in my living room where I watch everything.
I can pay like $50 a month and get like 1 gigabyte a second download.
I would do that in literally a split second.
Yeah, so would I.
I'd be all over that shit.
Anyways,
I'm paying
my
for the
point-
one that I'm only paying for the one that has like 300 megabytes a second internet.
My point is
It's-
that I couldn't go with the Chromecast because the Wi-Fi signal isn't strong enough.
You're like so close to where I live, kind of.
I'm like a state away. I'm 5
Andy,
hours away from
Andy,
you.
Andy, you're thinking about this all wrong. Just connect to David's Wi-Fi.
Can you just can I get some of your Wi-Fi?
Just send it over, right? You just
Anyway.
You never visit anymore.
Anyway,
just put in an IP and zip it.
I watch all my stuff through Plex,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all MKV files, so that's why I'm having issues with my PS3/Xbox streaming.
Right.
So my options were either a Chromecast, the Amazon Fire, or the Roku, or hacking my Apple TV.
Dude, you don't live in a trailer. Why would you buy the
and
Roku?
play Hip Hop Barbecue.
Wait, stop.
What's
What is
Hip Hop
Shane doing?
Barbecue?
Chin's drunk.
Oh wait, it's not. Hold on, I have to sign in and ask her again.
Oh my gosh.
Hip Hop Barbecue?
Yeah. Seriously, go to Pandora. I'm not kidding. Like tonight, you have to do this. This is better than Todd Chrisley. Go to Pandora
Oh my gosh.
That's hard to believe.
and find the Hip Hop Barbecue channel.
Okay.
It's called Hip Hop Barbecue. It's literally all the hits. All the hits.
Of what?
Wait, let's watch. I'll find it on here. I'm gonna see if Siri can do it first. If not, I'll do it myself. Are you ready? Siri, open. What the?
Hi, Zing, what can I do for you?
What? Open Pandora and play Hip Hop Barbecue channel.
It's not gonna work, Shane. Come on.
She just opened it for me, but she didn't help me out any farther. Here he is, though. Hip Hop Barbecue Radio. You ready?
Luda.
Let's do this next, for example. This is the
Okay. Give us an example.
shit.
Is it just like normal rap songs? It's not like
Yeah,
rap
it's just-
songs about barbecue or
rap.
anything?
No, it's a classic. I don't know why it's called Hip Hop Barbecue, but
Oh,
It's because
what a
it's something you'd
colossal
play
waste of my
at a
time.
barbecue. It's something you'd play at a barbecue with your homies grilling some burgers, you know.
That's such
Hold
a
on.
waste of my time.
weren't those two of the hits? Wait till the ad's over, and I'll listen to some more hits.
I don't want to listen to this anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to listen to this anymore.
Anyway,
Yeah, Shane.
The only
That was the
reason
worst
we're
Shane
done here.
corner.
the only
That was
reason
the
I
worst
went
Shane
with
corner
the
ever.
Amazon Fire was
Jay-Z,
because their
Big
return
Pimpin'.
policy is so good that if it doesn't work or do what I want to do, I'm just going to return it.
Okay.
I just can't do Chromecast because I have to hardwire it.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Shane. Shane, stop. All right, we're done here. This Average Gamer podcast is.
I hope, to all my listeners out there, I hope you've learned a lot about video games today. Shane, what
we're
are
not
you
gonna get any
doing
more
next week?
listeners.
Shane, what are you
Shane.
doing next week?
What?
What are you doing next week?
We're gonna drop it like it's hot.
God damn it.
Mom.